Greetings, people of the internet. This is Scott with Serkworks coming at you in 3D. I'll let you know what these funky glasses are all about in a minute. But first, what is it? What are we doing here? This is Beyond 100 Days of Making Comics. And if you don't know what that is, that's where I pick up where I left off on my 100 Days of Making Comics journey. And I do that weekly. And I've been doing that weekly despite the fact that I am getting ready for a con. It's probably the biggest con that I do. And so I am knee deep in that, but I still wanted to come back with an update. It probably will be a quick one because I got a lot of work to do. But first, what's this all about? What am I doing in 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge? And what am I continuing to do in Beyond 100 Days? And it's still called that. Like I said before, I may change the name of it to something else, more like a blog or whatever. But for right now, it's still Beyond 100. So my comic book, Young and the Dead, which I am working on issue 3. That's what I'm doing. These are issues 1 and 2. They're available in my online store at serkworks.com. I also have deluxe artist editions. And what is this all about? What is a comic book about? Well, it's kind of a cross between Goonies and Night of the Living Dead, Kids vs. Zombies story. And I'm having a lot of fun doing it. And sorry for the bouncing around of that camera right there. So, yeah, my mind's all going all over the place getting ready for this convention. So, back to the 3D glasses, and I'll get back to the comic book in a minute too. But one of the things I'm bringing with me is a brand new print, and this is the first time I've tried this out in a while. I've been, I did some messing around with like these 3 anaglyphic 3D things when I was a kid, just with little pins, red and blue pins. But now with the computer, I am working on this, and this is a new print that I'm going to be premiering at Phoenix Comic Con, Escape from the Third Dimension. And I know for you guys without the glasses, it probably looks a little funky. But yeah, and I'm still playing around with some techniques. The printer made it a little darker, so I've got another print run coming, and I'm going to try to test a few things out. But man, I tell you, on the screen it looks awesome, and it doesn't look bad here, but I want it to look better. I want it to be as perfect as I can get it. So 3D prints, and once I master this thing, hopefully. It seemed like there was a lot of interest when I posted what I was doing on the social networks, so hopefully these will sell because I'd really like to do more of them. So anyway, if you want to, you can pick one of these up at Phoenix Comic Con if you're in the Phoenix area this weekend, May 28th through the 31st, I think. And I will be at booth 6037, and I'm somewhere near Dark Horse. So if you're in the general area, find Dark Horse. It's near one of the entrances, and then I don't know, I'm within, I don't know, a section or two of wherever Dark Horse is. So anyway, it's getting weird. So I'm going to take these off. So back to Young and the Dead, issue 3. So as I mentioned before, I will not have issue 3 ready for this comic convention, but I will have a preview, and it's going to be, it will be for like, I don't want to say invite. What's the word I'm looking for? Not invite only, but by request only. So it's not going to be set out on the table or anything. But people that are asking, that have read the first and the second, or people that I've told that the third one will be out, I'll have a special edition, which right now is at the copy shop getting printed. It's just going to be a little ash can edition, and it will have a coupon. I'll sell it for $1. You have to ask for it. And on the back of that will be a coupon for $1 off of issue 3 when it comes out. So you get a little extra. You get something for that $1, but then you get it back when you get the issue 3, and you still have the little mini comic, which is hopefully is limited. You know, it's a limited run, very limited. So I don't know what that means. Like this thing's gonna be worth a lot or anything. It could. You never know. Stranger things have happened. But so anyway, so I got that, and got to get that back and assemble it all and everything, and I'll have it there by request only. So if you want to pick up the preview, it'll be the first 8 pages plus that coupon of Young and the Dead issue 3. I'll have that there. But so beyond those 8 pages, I'm still moving along. I'm about halfway through with the comic right now, and hopefully after the convention things will die down, and I'll be still doing these updates, and you'll see a lot more from me as far as the comic book goes. And that's another thing that I put on the comic is a little link to this YouTube channel, which you guys already know about. Some people don't, but if they do want to know, when's this third issue coming out, they can keep up with the process, and I will do these updates, and you'll be able to figure that out. So if you remember, this is page 7. It's one that I kind of skipped. But I needed it done for this preview because, like I said, it's the first 8 pages. So I had shown before where I drew all these different little vignettes, and my idea was to take it into the computer and arrange them. And when I did that, I was having a hard time getting them all to work because what I'm trying to do is like a montage, like the old 80s style, because this comic book takes place in the 80s. So I wanted one of those old 80s style, montages where you're getting ready to do something, whether you're Rocky and you're training or any of these, Commando, putting together all this stuff so he can go out and beat up. I don't know who he's trying to. He was kidnappers, I guess, that kidnapped his daughter. Some vile kidnappers. But anyway, ex-military guys, I don't remember exactly. But so the old 80s training montages. So I scanned all these things in, and I tried to arrange them. I was having a hard time, so I figured I'd just come back to it. And so this time I had made a little more headway, and I got some things sort of where I liked them, but I still had to add a few extra things because they just weren't all jiving. So what I did was I scanned them all in, arranged them all in Photoshop, and then I just printed a blue line out on like the comic book sheets, like the card, I don't know what you call it, like Bristol. So it was all blue line, and then I went over it again, even though I already inked them once on here. I went over it again, and this is the page, this is the montage right here, and inked it all again. And so there is page number 7. A lot going on, but that's kind of the idea. It's you look at this and like, what's going on? But if you take the time and look, it's like one thing to the other thing to everything like that. So does that make sense? Probably not. But anyway, a montage, and you've got to imagine some cool 80s music playing while you're reading this thing. So anyway, that is that. So, like I said, I gotta go. I still got a lot to do. I'm actually doing the load-in, setting up my booth tomorrow, which is Wednesday. There's a preview night on Thursday. So, if you're in Phoenix, you have no excuse to go out and find me at Phoenix Comic Con booth 6037. I'll be there, and come and say hi. And with that, I'm going to take off. Got a lot to do. That is all.